Hi everybody, welcome to the video and welcome to Goodwill. We're not going to pick up too much in this video here, but we did get some great items to resell. Some pretty, what I consider heavy items, or items that are probably going to make us maybe 40, 50 on up in profit. Couple of items. So one item is just kind of just something cool and a piece that we will I enjoy reselling, and then a piece of clothing as well too in this video. But we are in the new year. We're completing the first week here in the new year. Let me know down below how your sales are going. Things are really rocking and rolling this year. We ended the year pretty strong. I've said it before, I was sick during December. It really, hurt not only my video output, I couldn't do some recaps into videos, but also, trying to get out to source. I already have plenty of stuff, so I really didn't need to get out and source. But, if you're not listening, if you're not active on eBay, it does tend to hurt your sales. And sure enough, for some of December, we were going low, we were on vacation, we were sick, all that stuff. And right after Christmas, boom, we started listing, got back into the habit, listing. And so far, great sales at the end of December and continuing to the new year here. So let me know how your guys' sales are doing, how your sourcing's going. Sourcing's looking okay, not bad actually at Goodwill's. We had some great scores with some Lego sets earlier, and a couple of great scores here. I mean, this is Goodwill. Typically, you can see it's jam-packed full of stuff, everybody. There is, I see some Goodwills that people post, and it looks sparse. I don't know how people make it at those Goodwills. You really got to be on your game. But here, I mean, everything is just jam-packed. It's just the biggest obstacle are pricing. There's some great stuff here in this glass case, but as far as the pricing of the items go, once they're in the glass case, you're already looking to pay up over $10 per some of these items. That Lego set there, would be a good pickup. If it was around the $5-7 range, but they're gonna have it priced up. Yeti's a great brand to look out for. Look out for Yeti. The cups are okay. The coolers are really what you want to look out for. I'm going to get that cup for myself just because I like it. It looks cool. I like the red too. But Yeti coolers. I mean, we found a Yeti cooler bag. Usually you don't. They're usually priced up. People know what they got at flea markets. But we found one at Goodwill, and we picked it up for, it was crazy, like $8. And we resold it for, I think it was close to about $2.50. It was in almost new condition. It had like a discoloration, it got brushed up against something really abruptly, and that was all that was wrong with it. So look out for Yeti. Yeti is a great brand of cooler to look out for. I mean, if you find the cups and everything, at a relatively good price, and relatively good price means around $5 or less, that should be pretty well, especially if they're brand new. Bins, they are stacking the bins, and they do, it's pretty late here, as you can see outside, but these Goodwills do stock the shelves throughout the day. So just because you didn't get there, right when the doors open, doesn't mean that you missed out on everything, because they are continuing to fill the shelves. Like, check this out. I thought this was just a regular, it looks small to me, but it was radiator, and immediately think car radiators. Not really. Car radiators aren't really that great. I mean, you can find them pretty cheaply. At least in our area, you can find them pretty cheaply around here. But this was more for like a performance piece, and it is a radiator, but it's a radiator for a transmission. And it's a performance piece, so that should go for right around like $80 to $100. So we'll definitely recap everything at the end, because I just got a few items, so we'll recap it pretty easily. I'm not even going to do the picture-in-picture. I'm just going to do it in front of the camera, or show the items in front of the camera. Here's their metal section at this one, which I'll tell you what, I've never found a single great metal item. Well, I should take that back. I have found silverware here that does really well. That did really well. Definitely don't pass up silverware. You know, you want to look out for the, you know, Oneida silverware is expensive retail, so if you can find it here on the shelves and at a really good price, you can piece that thing out. And that's what I do a lot with the silverware sets that I do find. I piece them out. I will take the forks, the spoons, the tablespoons, teaspoons, serving spoons, or the knife, the dinner knives, or what we call at our house butter knives, which are the ones that really aren't sharp at all. Those ones don't do very well at all, and it's really hard to tell because a lot of the dinner knives, for some reason, in sets just aren't marked. So it's hard to tell what they are, what sets they come from. Google image them will help, but they're just the designs of all the dinner forks or dinner knives or butter knives are all pretty similar. So Google imaging doesn't really help me. So they have to be, you know, in a set with other knives from the same brand. I mean, in the set with other silverware with the same brand, because forks, spoons tend to be branded usually. So look out for, don't pass up, you know, silverware. You know, definitely give it a second look. Look it up, see what they're going for, and there's good profit in it, especially if you break it up. I mean, you could sell the whole thing altogether, yeah, but breaking it up is where I've had the most success. And we're looking at this is the combo electronics appliance area here in this Goodwill. This is a small Goodwill, and it is, you know, it could get really, really packed full of stuff. I think let's take a look at this oyster. It's kind of, it's not vintage, but I think it's more vintage style, retro style, I should say. But it's just a base, not very exciting to me. There was I think it was $11, and there was profit to be made on it, but you know, if I'm just not excited about it, what's the point, in my opinion? You know, yeah, we can make, you know, making money's fun, but I gotta be excited to list that thing, and that, to me, that's just a dull appliance, which is why you don't see me picking up many appliances, because I just don't like it. I really don't like it because they're big, they're heavy. You gotta clean them, you gotta test them. They usually have a bunch of moving, you know, bunch of pieces that go to them. I have a juicer that I got, a Bonavita juicer, I believe the brand is, which resells really well, and I got it for less than $10, if I remember correctly. I think it was priced like, really, I was shocked when I saw the price. I think it was like $6.59. Goodwill's in my area always had that 9 cents at the end, so it's always $6.59. Or I always round whenever I shoot prices out. Sometimes I'll round the price out, but it got it for like 6 something, and it's still sitting. It's literally sitting on the stairs in my house, and it's been sitting there for well over a month because they gotta clean it too. They put the packaging tape on there, and it's stainless steel. Packaging tape, stainless steel. Ugh. Nightmare. Even with Goo Gone and all the tricks and all that, still a nightmare. Here's our miscellaneous pottery, and I actually got a great pottery piece. Once it sells, I'm gonna definitely throw it up in a short. It's the name is, to look out for. I've never seen it before, but it was what tipped me off, or what tipped us off, is a great piece. Let's see, just well made piece, and I've enlisted for $300 at the moment. It does have a chip though. That's the problem. It is. They'll tell you right now. Here we go. David Stewart pottery. Look out for it. And I've never seen it before. It was really well made. That's, if you're familiar with pottery and you know the difference between just cheaply made and well-made, handmade pottery, you'll be able to spot it and feel it really easily. Clear glass. Clear glass is always tough because it's most of the time it's just not good. You know, I've dropped some shorts where I've talked about picking up. Actually, this Goodwill too. What they're called Glencairns, and they are whiskey glasses. And if they're personalized, I don't really see Glencairns that much. And if you do see them, especially if they're in sets, they do sell really well. Just blank clear in sets, brand new. Especially if you find a brand new, they're great. But of course, for the right price, you know, they're going to go in sets of 4 and up. You know, you're talking $15, $20 or more. And if you can get them for like $1 or less, or if you get a whole set for around $5 or $6, you'll be sitting pretty, or less, I should say. But the personalized ones seem to do incredibly well, especially if they're marked from a distillery. And typically it's whiskey, because that, you know, the de facto style of tulip glass and brand and style that you would get. Glencairn, it's G-L, how do you spell it? I'm horrible at spelling, by the way. Better at mathematics, horrible at spelling. It is spelled Glencarin, and I just recently sold a set of 2 Glencairns, which was a branded whiskey, not branded, but it was just personalized whiskey tour of Scotland, and it sold for $30, and I picked them up for just about almost $4 for the 2. So great sale, easy to store. They're tiny too. They're not very big. They're small little glasses, so they're easy to ship and easy to wrap, and great sale, great sale. So I always look out for Glencairns. There I go again. I'm talking more about whiskey. I always end up doing, of course, the stuff you love. You start talking more and more about it. Check out this backpack I picked up. It's Timbuk2 with the number 2 at the end. Timbuk with number 2 at the end. But I used to pick those up a lot last year and prior last year. I used to pick those up every time I come across them and resell them. But then it just kind of died. They just stopped moving. And I really had to heavily discount them to get them out the door. But things have kind of changed. I haven't really been paying attention to them too much. And I would generally pass them up this year, or not this year, but last year, 2023. Because I was already, you know, it took me a while to sell them. Before that, they started just going downhill in price, and they just weren't moving. But I have looked at them again lately, and they're actually selling pretty well. Some of the low-end Timbuk2 bags are right around the $20, $25 range, and some of the more, like, you know, more pockets, more technical ones, what I call commuter style, you know, ones with just a bunch of pockets. You can put all your gadgets and everything in it. Your laptop, your smartphones, your gaming devices. Those ones can go for $30, $40, $50. I've seen some of them for up to $80. So that one was... I'm going to do a recap. I think it was 14 or 16. I'm not sure. We'll double check. These Skechers... These are hilarious. They look exactly like Hoka's. Even the bottom. Yeah, Skechers is just straight up copies everybody. I don't know how they get away with it, you know. It's just straight up looks like a Hoka. Matter of fact, I almost bought a pair of Hokas today at the flea market. I never find Hokas in my size. And I really don't want to break down and buy them at the store. I really would like to find them somewhere, like at a flea market or a Goodwill in decent condition. I almost broke down and bought a pair that was a size 11D, but it was like half yellow, half pink, and then white, and I was like, not really my color palette, so skipped. Check out this milk glass. Oh man, it is chipped, major chipping and repair work, and it was $44. Holy cow! $44 for that chipped. I forgot what that was, what the name of that glass was. I think it was Washington glass or something, Mount Washington, something to that effect. But really cool piece, if it was in great condition, it would probably resell for around that 44 to 50-ish dollars. But it was cracked and repaired, so more like no dollars. I mean, maybe the stopper could have been worth something because, you know, people always losing stoppers. But a nice piece, a nice milk glass piece, and probably one of the few that actually go for good money. Milk glass gets a lot of attention. You'll get a lot of views on milk glass, but it just doesn't do that, sell that well. This little bear, that's Fenton glass, actually. It's Fenton, what do you call it? Birthday color, birthday stone, like, you know, your stone of the month, you know, color. That's pink, which I don't know what pink stands for, which month that stands for, but I'll have to look it up. And but it was like $3 and something cents, 69 cents, I believe. So not bad. Definitely something to look out for. It will sell. I've sold them before. You just gotta make sure there's nothing tripping, like especially around the ears and around the toes. That's typically where I will get tripped up at. Clothing, shocking. I'm going through clothes. Oh God, there was nothing around there. Yeah, nothing else. You know, so I'm like, I was actually looking for the jerseys. I always forget where they put the jerseys here, but you know, I end up in sweaters. And so we'll find a piece, a brand to look out for. This Kappa, you know, like the two women sitting back to back. Definitely a brand to look out for. I think that was $9, so keep your eye out for it. We'll do a little recap at the end. I just gotta double check. I forgot what the comps looked like on that. It's got like that velour feel to it, so looked like there might have been some matching pants that go with it, but I didn't see any. I did find the jersey section, and there was really nothing exciting at all. So either way, we're gonna wrap it up here in the sweaters, and we'll jump over the recap. Okay, everybody, welcome to the recap. So usually I do the little picture-in-picture screen over here, or I've been starting to do that, I should say. You will see more of that in the upcoming videos. But I'm just going to show you guys. I didn't get that many things, so I have everything right here. This one right here, it has someone's address on it, but this it was $10.49, but this is what it is. It's a radiator, so a cooling system. And it was 10. Let me see if I can just cover this. I can show you the little tag right there. So just cover. Yeah, I pretty much covered it all. So $10.49 is what it cost me. And I saw, you know, there was high performance. I was like, all right, let me look it up really quick. And it looked kind of small to me, although it does say on the front here, engine, transmission, power steering, fuel, and differential. But when I looked it up, it said transmission. So. And the way it should go for about around $80 is what it should sell for, hopefully. So that's pretty good profit there on this one little item. And you know, it's easy to ship. You know, probably just I have large what do you call it? Bubble mailers that this will probably fit into, and you know, it's pretty. You know, it's got the original packaging and everything. This will be an easy shipper, hopefully easy profit too. But yeah, I'm not a big car person. I mean, I do know that, you know, radiator, it removes heat from one area using water or coolant. It goes through the radiator, and you know, there's usually a fan or something, or just forced air through the radiator to cool everything down. I use radiators in my computers to cool the hot components, primarily the CPU or the processing unit. So same concept, but high performance. It's Derale, D-E-R-A-L-E. Look out for it. It's a Bolo. First time I've ever come across it. I usually don't pick up computer parts, like I was saying. I'm not really a car person, so. And plus, you know, you don't really. This here doesn't really need any testing or anything because it's just a radiator and the tubing. So, and it was all brand new. So, if it's brand new, like I said, you know, when I talk about computer components. As far as buying them individually, they'll be kind of tough unless you really know what you're doing and how to test them. But if you're buying brand new, it's brand new. And hey, if you get a return for a brand new item, yeah, you can't really help that because it was completely sealed in the package. But if you are going to buy and sell computer parts and you really don't know what you're doing, look for brand new stuff, because then you don't have to test it. Okay, a backpack. I got the backpack. Now, like I was saying in the video, Timbuktu was something I used to pick up, then stopped because they stopped selling. I stopped making money on it, and so I stopped buying them. But I started looking them up again. I don't know if I saw a video or a friend of mine, reseller in the area, told me about them. But looked into them again, and the lowest comps I was finding right around $20, $25. And some higher ones were $80 to $120. This is a pretty good one. It's nice. Got a bunch of pockets. It's got like a somewhat hard shell. I mean, it has padding back here, but a somewhat hard shell back here for a laptop. And it's got plenty of pockets in here. It's really great backpack. I think this should probably go for around higher, like $60, $70. It doesn't necessarily have a model name on it. I couldn't really find a model on it at all. But what was the price on it? Oh, $14.59 was what it cost. So $14.59, and hopefully we could turn that into a $50, $60, maybe $70 sale. It's really nice. It's large. Some of the larger ones on eBay were going for more towards that $80 range. So I'm hoping that this will be the same. So it's a really nice backpack. Check all your zippers. Make sure you check all your zippers. Check for holes, primarily on the bottom, because obviously that's where you're putting your backpack down on. Check the seams. Make sure things aren't getting ripped up here, especially right here on the, because a lot of people will tend to throw it on whatever, handedness someone is. They'll throw it on with one hand like that, so there may be more damage on one side than the other. But make sure you check everything out before you make your purchase. Trust me, I've done that before where I thought everything was good. I made my purchase, get it home, has a hole in it, or there's a tear right there. And obviously, depending on the brand, some brands, can be forgiven for such, for any tears or anything like that. So everything looked good. I checked everything out. So pretty good sale. And it's a backpack. You could throw this in a I don't know what kind of box I'm going to use. Probably a 14 box like this, and it's not going to break or anything like that. So pretty cool. And then we got the shirt, or the sweater, or the velour sweater thing. I thought maybe there would be pants associated with this, but I couldn't find any. So the brand, I mean, easily, recognizable with the two girls sitting back to back. And size medium is what we got on this one. And what was the price? $9.39. So this should go for right around $30 to $40 for this kind of crew neck sweater. I don't pick up too much clothes, but I know what to look out for. Some of the major stuff to look out for, but it's not my specialty or my forte. It's but I do know, I know enough to make good decisions, I should say. And then I got the bear. This is a Fenton bear, pretty recognizable because they have the little crystal heart there, and glass bear. Okay, $3.89 is what I paid for that. Should be like $15. Now, I don't think I mentioned that earlier in the video. Some of my pet peeves, or just it's not, I don't know. I mean, I catch myself yelling at the TV. We watch YouTube on the TV a lot, or we watch our people that we like to watch usually on TV, and some of our resellers, and I'm always, we always catch them yelling at the TV, like, "What are you doing buying that?" Just like they can hear us. I'm pretty sure some people are doing that to me too, or why are you passing that up, or anything like that. Okay, really quickly on glass. So glass is not crystal. Okay, crystal, it's totally different. It's totally different molecularly. It's completely different. Glass is glass. Why people call some glass crystal glass is it's more so just a label to differentiate it from just plain old, just regular glass. So when you see Lennox or Fenton or anything like that. People call it crystal glass. Well, what exactly does it mean? Why is it crystal? Why does they turn into crystal? No, they pretty much used additives to the glass. I was going to say crystal to the glass, such as lead and other ones. Which is why there's such people's. There's a hang up on people drinking out of crystal glass. They say don't drink out of crystal glass because it contains lead, and yes, that is true. It does contain lead in the glass. There's so many, studies that have been done that there could be lead, there could not be lead. You don't drink out of it all the time. You can drink out of it I don't know. I don't drink out of crystal that much, but there is lead in there, and what those lead and other elements they use to strengthen the glass. And why do you want to strengthen the glass? Because glass is inherently fragile. So they got to strengthen it to create the certain shapes or patterns, or, and it holds its, it kind of resists breakage. So, but it's not crystal. It's not a crystal. It's not like a crystal. It doesn't have a crystalline structure. Molecularly, it doesn't have a crystalline structure, which is what, is why a crystal is a crystal. And so another fun fact is glass is actually not a solid, believe it or not. It's not, even though it's solid, we feel it's solid. I mean, it is solid, but it's not classified as a solid. It's also not really even classified as a liquid, but over time and over the course of many millions of lifetimes, it will slowly flow down, So, but that's on a microscopic level. But glass is not a solid, and it is not a liquid either. It's a weird in between state. And crystal has a crystalline structure if you look at it, from a molecular level. So, just a couple facts about glass, and crystal glass is still just glass. Okay. And sometimes I'll occasionally use crystal as glass, but it's just glass. Just glass. That's all it is. Glass. One of my other big, since we're on kind of like a little tangent here of pet peeves, is when people I watch on YouTube, because we just saw some. They call a bison a buffalo, and a bison is not a buffalo. I mean, it's kind of silly, but you really like that's not. My wife will, she's like, "Oh, here he goes." He's gonna be like, "That's a bison, not a buffalo," yelling at somebody. You should know the difference. So, a bison is not a buffalo, and a buffalo is not a bison, and they both come from they're classified as bovines, I believe is how you pronounce it. My English is my pronunciation and stuff like that kind of poor, but they're bovine, which technically cattle, and so yaks are in there too as well. But a bison is completely different from a buffalo. Completely different. If you look at a picture of each of them, they're two totally different animals. It's like calling your house cat a tiger. You don't call your house cat a tiger because even though they're cats, they're both cats. But you don't call you don't call a lion a tiger, and you don't call your house cat a bobcat. They're two totally different things. So, just so you know, a buffalo is a buffalo, and a buffalo is unique. Another since I'm on the subject of fun facts, cows, bovines, are not native to America, or the Americas, I should say. They're actually European. And buffalo are natural to Africa and Asia. And what's native to the Americas? Bison. Bison. So, just some fun facts, and if you guys are interested, my brain's full of facts. But that's enough about talk about that. We're a reselling channel, and occasionally y'all will drop a few tidbits of just my thoughts or whatever. So keep your eye out for those items. Timbuktu is a brand to be on the lookout for now. Make sure it's in good condition. Check all the zippers, everything. Make sure there's no holes. I don't even think I said the name. It's Kappa. Did I say the name of that? Kappa. That's what you got to look out for. You're very recognizable because of the logo. So, And then Fenton glass. I mean, these bears aren't crazy valuable. I'm not even sure what month this is. What's considered like the birthday month bears because they have the little birthday color. But I'm not sure what pink is. But about $15. It's okay. But this radiator really was a surprise. So the radiator, definitely be on the lookout for this brand. It's again I don't even know how to pronounce that. And one more thing, one bolo I picked up today. I was doing a little. I have so much video footage that I gotta get out there that I was kind of sitting on when I was sick and everything in December. And so I was out. I've been out to the flea markets, of course, but I haven't been doing too much filming there. Actually, this video is coming out. I filmed recently because I wanted to just showcase these few items here. But I was out at the flea market today, and I got another camera. And what I really want to talk about is the camera. So it's a Nikon camera, Coolpix L810. Look out for it. It sells for around $80. But these cameras that use AA batteries, be on the lookout for these. These are so, I mean, they sell for great money. I sell some of the smaller brands like Kodak and smaller Canon ones that use batteries. You know, like Kodaks go for like $15 to $20, and I can find them for like $1 or $2. The Canons will go for a little bit more, probably more around the $30 range. And this one here, this Nikon goes for quite a bit because it has, look out for the, you know, it has 26x optical zoom. Look out for these ones that have big zoom on them. They tend to do really well. They tend to more, you know, look like this style. And definitely look out for if they use batteries. You know, just regular plain old AA batteries. First of all, easy on us as resellers, easy to test. We all have batteries laying around everywhere. And you don't have to, you know, get another charger. I had to buy a charger for, I forgot what camera I tested recently, but I had to get a charger for it because it does go for over $100. And luckily, the charger was only, I think, $8 on Amazon. So I did order the charger. I was like $10 into the camera, so not too bad. We're still making decent profit. But look out for cameras that use just AA batteries. They sell incredibly well. I just sold two over the past couple days. Two Kodaks, actually, and they weren't crazy profitable. One was, I picked them both up for like $1 or $2, I believe, if I remember correctly. Or I got them in bundles, so it's kind of hard. When you're doing bundles, it's just, then you got to break everything down and all that. But I didn't pay that much for them. They used two AA batteries, and they sold within about 3 or 4 days. And they're both Kodaks, which Kodak isn't the best brand in the world. But I did sell a Kodak that looked kind of like this and had a high zoom. Okay. All right. I know the ending of this video was a little bit all over the place. I hope you guys appreciate the video and the trip to the Goodwill, the items I'm picking up. I appreciate all the new subscribers. We are growing. The channel is growing. It's getting bigger. And let me know down in the comments if you have any questions, concerns, anything like that. I appreciate the thumbs up. I appreciate hit the subscribe button if you're interested in this type of content and the information I'm providing. And useless facts. If you guys like that, I could definitely provide some more useless facts. Outside of just making money and making profit on all these items. And bell notification if you guys do want to get notified with my videos when I drop new videos. Like I said, I'm trying to keep a schedule, trying to stick to Monday, Wednesday, Friday. And that's it. I'll catch you guys in the next video.